Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, are we evolving or are we devolving? Because from a distance, it looks like we've made it. Satellites orbit our planet. AI finishes our sentences. With one tap, we can talk to someone on the other side of the world. But zoom in, and it's different. A boy scrolls TikTok until 3 a.m., eyes glazed. A mother works 3 jobs, no time to breathe. A man feels like he's falling behind, but doesn't even know at what. We have progress, but we also have pain. And in that tension between evolution and exhaustion is where our story begins. Let's start with the obvious. We've evolved in ways our ancestors couldn't dream of. For a long time, we thought evolution was a straight climb, from simple living things to us to the most complex. But that's not how it works. Biological evolution is simply change over many generations, driven by how living things adapt to their surroundings. And here's the key. We are definitely, without a doubt, still evolving. Think about it. Have you ever enjoyed a glass of milk after childhood? For most of human history, once we were babies, that was it for dairy. But then, around 3,000 to 7,000 years ago, with the start of farming, a gene change spread, allowing many groups of people to digest milk throughout their lives. That's evolution in action, driven by a new food source. We've also seen populations adapt to high places with less oxygen, developing more efficient ways to use the air they breathe. And we've even gained a natural protection against diseases like malaria. But here's where the devolving idea gets interesting. Our bodies are changing in ways that might seem like a step backward. For instance, compared to our ancestors 100,000 years ago, we're generally shorter, lighter, and have smaller bones. This was especially clear with the start of farming, when early farmers often didn't get enough good food. And then there's the brain. For 2 million years, our brains got bigger. But in the last 3,000 to 6,000 years, human brain size has actually decreased by about 100 to 150 cubic centimeters. Is this a sign of devolution? Not in the way you might think. Remember when you had to memorize phone numbers, directions, or countless facts for school? Now your smartphone does it all. Scientists think this brain size reduction is linked to storing knowledge outside our brains and the power of group smarts. As we developed complex social groups, language, and external ways to store information, from ancient scrolls to the internet, the need for individual brains to hold vast amounts of data lessened. We're also seeing our wisdom teeth become less common. This is because our diets now include softer cooked foods, so we don't need big, strong jaws as much. And those useless body parts like your tailbone, appendix, or the muscles that give you goosebumps, they're not signs of failure, but rather successful adaptations or leftovers of traits that are simply no longer needed in our modern world. So our bodies are changing in unexpected ways, adapting to the world we create. But what about our minds? And what about the very way society works that we've built with our amazing new ideas? If biological evolution is a slow, steady river, cultural evolution is a fast-moving river. It's how ideas, beliefs, and actions spread quickly through social learning, allowing us to adapt to environments far faster than biology alone. Think about the huge changes from people who moved around hunting and gathering to settled farming communities, then to the industrial age, and now the digital revolution. Imagine a small group of early humans huddled in the cold, in danger from wild animals. Then one day, they discover how to control fire. Suddenly, they have warmth, protection, and cooked food that's easier to digest and more nutritious. This single new idea didn't just change their daily lives, it literally influenced the way their brains grew. Tools, farming, language, these weren't just inventions. They were things that made evolution happen faster. Diseases that once wiped out cities, now cured. Knowledge that once required libraries, now fits in your pocket. Children are coding by 10, elders are learning languages from bed. We've made possibility more open to everyone. The tools for change are no longer locked away. They're free, easy to get, waiting, and it's not just tools, it's thoughts. We're finally talking about hard feelings, about healing, about personal limits, about understanding emotions. Our emotional language is evolving too. In many ways, this is a golden age of awakening. But what happens when the mind awakens, but the system doesn't? However, this big step in technology comes with a significant give and take. Our constant connection to digital devices is changing how our brains work and how we act in ways we're only just beginning to understand. 1. Attention span. Ever feel like you can't focus? Doing many things at once and quickly processing information in digital environments are linked to shorter attention spans. Studies even suggest a link between a lot of screen time and signs of ADHD. 2. Memory. We're letting our devices remember for us. Why remember a fact when Google is just a tap away? This cognitive offloading can lead to forgetfulness and less memory retention. 3. Social skills. Spending endless hours online can mean less face-to-face talking, possibly harming our ability to understand unspoken social cues and even making us feel lonely. 4. Physical toll. Beyond the mental, there are physical dangers, eye strain, headaches, and neck and back pain from bad posture, all linked to too much screen time. We've built computer programs that know us better than we know ourselves, and they've made distraction addictive. This isn't evolution, this is wearing away, of being present, of deep thought, of meaning. And looking ahead, medical science and gene editing are ready to completely change human evolution. With tools like CRISPR, we could purposely change our own genes, potentially adapting ourselves for new places like space, or making traits like our immune systems or thinking skills better. We are becoming the designers of our own bodies. It sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? We're literally changing our bodies and minds with technology, but while we're busy shaping our own biology and building incredible tech. What's happening to our society, to our planet? Are we building a better world, or are we on the brink of a different kind of step backward? To truly understand our path, we must look at how all of us live together. On one hand, we've made big steps forward. Global life expectancy has gone up a lot, child deaths have dropped, and girls are getting more education than ever before. Extreme poverty has seen big reductions, lifting millions out of very poor conditions. But here's the hard truth. This progress is not shared fairly. Imagine 2 children born today. One has access to the best education and healthcare, while the other struggles for basic needs. Income unfairness is growing in 2/3 of the world's countries, creating a risky split where the good things from progress are not shared equally. Turn on the news, and what do you see? Global safety is in a very bad situation. In 2023, we saw almost 60 armed conflicts, the highest number ever recorded, with civilian deaths rising fast. Over 120 million people are forced to leave their homes worldwide. Do you trust the information you read online as much as you used to? Trust in governments is going down globally, made worse by the fast spread of false and misleading information, wearing away the social bonds that hold us together. And then there's the environment, perhaps the most important thing for humanity's future. Our combined impact is creating new, huge problems that threaten to undo many of our hard-won gains. Global temperatures are expected to keep rising, leading to more extreme weather events like heat waves, droughts, and floods. These events increase deaths, cause educational setbacks, and make hunger and people being forced to move worse. We're losing plants and animals at a worrying speed, which threatens important natural services like clean air, water, and food, and even increases the risk of new infectious diseases. Air pollution alone is linked to millions of deaths each year and harms our crops and natural places. Using too much is quickly using up natural resources like water, good soil, and fuels. This lack of resources leads to higher costs, fewer jobs, and can make problems between countries worse. While international teamwork has seen successes, like the Montreal Protocol, which phased out ozone-damaging chemicals, global progress on climate change remains uneven and too slow. So are we evolving or devolving? The answer is not a simple either or choice. We are in a constant state of active change. Biologically, we are changing, sometimes in ways that appear to be simplifications, but are actually helpful responses to the world we've built. Culturally and technologically, we are moving forward at a speed never seen before, creating amazing chances but also new problems for our thinking skills and how well we get along. Ancient Egyptians believed time flowed like a river, slow, sacred, rhythmic. Today, we sprint. But sprint toward what? Progress has become the same as speed. But maybe evolution isn't about speed. Maybe it's about depth. You are evolving, and every time you teach that to someone else, in how you speak, in how you love, in how you live, you shift the current. We are not doomed. We are not broken, but we are at a turning point. Will we be a civilization of easy living or of deep awareness? That answer begins with us. So tell me, what does evolution look like to you? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to read. If this sparked something in you, subscribe, share it, and stay curious. This is Tell Me More, where we ask the questions that matter and uncover the truths that guide us.